Welcome to Mental Game Mastery, where we dive into the world of sports psychology and peak performance, designed for you to level up your athletic career.
We're going to kick off another episode by reminding ourselves that the ultimate game we play as an athlete is to live a flourishing life. The number one way to do that is to have a good relationship with ourselves. Now we're going to go dark, and I'm going to take you on a quick trip to hell. In today's episode, we are going to go there. Yep, we're going to go visit hell. But let's build some context first. In the best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey tells us to begin with the end in mind, which for reference is habit number 2 in the book. And if you are curious or don't remember what habit number 1 is, it's be proactive, which is another way of saying quit spending your time reacting to and focusing on things outside of your control, to control the controllables, because to focus on what we can't control is a waste of our time and our energy. Being the athlete and person you want to become requires you to take action, to proactively create the athletic career and life that you want to live in. One of the most powerful exercises to come out of his book is to get clarity on what you want and how you're going to do it. To become the athlete and the person that you want to become is to go to the ultimate end, the final buzzer, the last tick on the clock. So we fast forward to your own funeral. You walk in, you find a seat, you take a look around at all the people there to celebrate you. Then you watch and you listen to your loved ones come up one by one to talk about you. So who says what? What does your spouse or significant other say? What do your kids say? What do your former teammates say, your colleagues? How about random people you may have inspired at some point in your life? Take a moment to think about it. Write down what you think they will say. What qualities will they mention about you? What will they say were your values? What kind of presence did you portray? Were you generous? Did you live courageously? Were you a man or woman of great faith? Did you live with integrity? Get real clear on this and start living with those values now, not later, now. Living with the values you say are important to you is, for the most part, the key to becoming the athlete and person you want to become. So we've done what I do with all of the athletes that work with me. So now let's go back to your funeral. Now imagine you are sitting there listening to your loved ones when the door behind you opens and someone walks in. You turn around to see who's there. And as the door behind the person closes and your eyes adjust and fixate on the person, you seem to recognize this person. They carry themselves well. They walk with confidence. They have an air of authority about them. You then realize this person is you. Technically, it's not you. It's the person you could have become if you had stayed true to the values that you said you believed in. Some would say that meeting the version of you that you could have become is one version of hell. And here's another way to look at it. It's your last day here on earth. You're about to take your last breath when that same epic version of you walks in the door. The version of you that you didn't become. How would that feel to realize you wasted much of the one life you were given to not become the person that you see before you? Some would say that would be hell. Bottom line is, we don't want to experience either hell, the funeral or meeting the best version of you that you didn't become. So picture that awesome version of you. What's one thing the future version of you does consistently that the current version of you doesn't do consistently yet? And guess what? Today would be a good day to get on that. Now, I trust you have found this episode insightful. Go ahead and hit that like button. Share this episode on your social and with other athletes, and definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on training your mental game. Thank you for listening, and remember, the time is now.